Hey, what's good, everybody? This is EJ,
It's your boy Kenny.
And it's Francis.
and this is the Banter 3 FC podcast with three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started, want to remind you guys we are on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and Apple Podcasts. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share all of our content. You can find us everywhere on all social media platforms at Banter 3 FC. Appreciate the love and support. Like I always say, we're nothing without our loyal fans. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally made it after 38 games, 9 long months. Finally made it to the end of the 2025 or 2024-2025 Premier League season.
And what a year
It's been a roller coaster. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. Lots of ups, lots of downs.
More downs than ups.
for some.
For some of us. For some.
The torment is over. I should have worn my jersey today. Today's the day to celebrate. This torturous season is over. I feel so much lighter.
Really? I mean, you
I
guys just
do.
lost to the Malaysian All-Stars, right?
Hey, Francis. Hey, we talk about the Prem and the big leagues. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Let's celebrate today, fellas.
Yeah. It's been a long season. Just happy it's finally over. But yeah, we've been here for all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the uglier, everything. But we made it. And as you guys know, because we've been doing this for 9 months, you guys know how the show goes. We're gonna give a roundup of match week 38. We can't even give a preview. Because we can't give a preview, we're gonna give a preview of what's to come for the Champions League final tomorrow. And then we'll give a recap of the only team that did something in Europe this year. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Up on the ticker, Arsenal versus Southampton at St. Mary's for the last game of the season. I won't even lie to you. I didn't watch a lick of the game. I didn't watch one bit of that game
You was on
because
the
it just
island
meant,
sipping
I was in.
margaritas.
No, mojitos, my brother.
Excuse me.
Mojitos.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I was out of town. I wasn't even worried about this game, so like I said, I'm just happy the season's over. So, but I did watch the highlights, and it was a crazy game. Looked like we were going to drop points again, because we went up with. First off, I have to give a shout out, Kieran Tierney. Best of luck in your future. You've been a great servant to the club. Very professional. I have nothing bad to say about you, and I was just happy that you got a nice little send off, scoring the goal for us to go up, and then you're gonna go off. I feel like he could have had a much better career if he could have stayed healthy. I feel like the injuries definitely derailed him, because when he first got there, he looked like he was going to be a major player in what we had to do. But shout out to him. Happy he got that goal. Nice little send-off moment. Then Southampton scored. And then Odegaard with the nice little rocket in the 89th or 88th minute. Nice to see that he's finally shooting, but the season's over. It's too late now. I don't know why I don't know why he waited until the end of the season to start shooting. But,
I'm so glad you said that.
Because he did it at Liverpool, he did it at Southampton. What have you been doing all year? You didn't want to shoot. I don't get it. But hey, it's all good. We won the game, and season's over. We finished in second. Just happy it's done. I don't really have much else. Just shout out to Kieran Tierney and best of luck in your future.
Fair enough. So I would say It's
Can you
my
just
turn
stop
now.
smiling? It's disgusting.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Um, what you could for sure say was the game of the weekend. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest at the City Ground for a spot in the European tournament. Obviously, aiming for Champions League. To be honest, very beginning, Force was on it, like we expected them to be. Game was definitely tough. I think it took us a little bit of time to kind of get into the flow of the game. For Chris Wood specifically had a couple of chances where he could have easily put Force ahead. So first half was definitely tight, but glad to see we didn't concede in the first half, which was really good. Then the second half came, and back to the old school Chelsea. Sometimes a 1-0 win is all we need. Levi Caldwell with the goal tap in to give us that 1-0 lead, and then we just dug in. We just dug in and saw the game through. It wasn't pretty at all, but hey, we knew what it was. To us, that was a final because we knew if we won that in our hands, we controlled our destiny to qualify for Champions League, and that's what we did. And that's all I said from the very beginning back in August. All I care about is finishing fourth and qualifying for Champions League. The boys have done that, and I am extremely proud of them. Very proud of them. So, yes, I will smile for the rest of the summer.
Ah, well, we'll see how your transfer season goes. Are you done?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you guys to you as well. But yeah,
Yeah, you're welcome.
we didn't need y'all though.
Very, very irrelevant win. I think it pissed me off more than they won, that they won the game against Aston Villa because ridiculous. Like, if this was in the middle of the season or whatever, regular game, Villa would have came in there and killed us. So I'm not sure what happened with Villa, given that they knew what was at stake for them. I expected them to come and just clean us out. But yeah, it was one of those games where we were actually playing well. We had very good attacking options playing, and then yeah, eventually they got a red card. Um, Martinez, that might be the last time we see him in the Prem. We'll see what happens with him. But yeah, they got a red card, and even before that, we were playing well. So yeah, it was a good 2-0 win, very relevant. Uh, Another assist for Bruno, great pass to Amad Diallo for that header, and then Ericsson, good send off for him. He's been a good servant, obviously later in his career, but yeah, he's been a bright spot in some of the dark days. So good for him to get that penalty. Should be his last time at United. But yeah, I I didn't care about this game. I was watching everything else, to be honest with you. But yeah, good job, United.
We
Whatever.
must mention, we must mention, Morgan Rogers was stripped of a goal.
That
That should have
was
been a goal for Aston
that
Villa.
that was touch and feel. If
Nah,
I was an
no,
Aston Villa fan, I would
I'd
feel
be
slighted.
vexed.
Yes. But as a United fan, I can also see where it's like, all right, he kind of has it. But it just goes to the point. I just don't understand why that's even a debate. A guy, as I was at the watch party, a guy sitting next to me is like, I wish, I'm not going to say the word he said, but I just wish that our goalie wasn't so soft and could just grab the ball instead of even letting that situation occur.
Mm,
All you have to do is just grab. What have I said? I don't know what's going on in Carrington. Onana can't grab the ball. Ben Yedder can't grab the ball. All I want is a goalie that can grab the ball. I didn't think it was this hard. I really did not think it was this difficult. But yeah, again, you're right. If I was Aston Villa, I would say that's a goal because he didn't actually have it
yeah, possess the ball.
secured. Like the ball was
Yeah.
still kind of out there and he was able to poke it.
Mm.
But yeah, you would expect the goalie just to be able to do a routine grab of a ball with no pressure around him. But it's United. We'll find a way.
It's funny because the way that I didn't watch football this weekend, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Watch the highlight. Knowing you, EJ, watch the highlight and you'll say, no, that's a goal. That's a goal.
Random. It's gonna be like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That's a goal. Morgan Rogers was robbed.
Facts. Facts.
Hey, yo.
It's how it starts.
No,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Pause. Extreme pause.
Dot, 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 dot. That's a goal.
Yeah. That's capitalized a goal.
yo, it's funny because when I actually see it, that's probably what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna do it.
We
Yeah,
know.
and
We
I'm not
know
gonna
you.
argue with you guys. I'm not gonna argue.
Okay, no, well, I will after after this episode, I'm gonna look.
And then I think within 5 minutes was when Diallo scored. So,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, you see Unai Emery's face? I don't know, if, Francis, if you
Losing
watched.
it. Losing it, man.
After the final
Fuck with
whistle,
him.
he was just standing there looking and
Like
didn't
everything just
move.
went
Like
down.
the camera was just panning around him, and he was just standing still, just looking.
I know he's in his head like,
I
what in the heck just happened?
The thing is, I did see something about how they're gonna like protest or contest or something that a referee like him can't ref a game of that magnitude or something like that. I don't know. But
Yeah, because I think the issue is he blew his whistle rather than letting VAR be able to dictate the decision.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that had
wow.
something to do with it, but I'm not quite sure because I felt like they were still doing a review, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously there was no audio where I was at, so I couldn't really tell what was going on.
Okay.
Okay. Well, at least you got the win.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Okay. We'll keep things rolling and we'll open the floor for you, Francis. Go ahead. Because I know you've been
Yes.
waiting since
Yes.
Wednesday.
Yes. Chelsea, Real Betis, Europa. I'm sorry, wow, Europa. Conference League, UEFA Conference League final. You
He can't
know,
even pronounce the competition.
you're right. We don't deserve to be here. We don't deserve to be here. You know, viewers, I know you guys have seen on countless occasions these two fellows here talking a whole bunch of rubbish to me about this competition, and specifically on last episode about the final. If Anthony does this, if Anthony does that, oh my God, don't let Anthony do anything. That boy was shut down. That boy was on clamps. By who? Cuckoo Kukureya. Granted, the game started off shaky though. Lineup was pretty strong, but Gusto and Badiashile starting was a little suspect, but hey, we still have a strong enough team. I'm thinking, all right, cool. We should be fine. Boy, let me tell you, Malagusto, my boy, you was getting Swiss cheese on that field. It was bad. It was bad.
Cooked. He was
Yeah,
getting
it was bad. It
cooked.
was bad. And Real Betis does score the first goal. I forgot the man's name. But yeah, they score the first goal, and it's 1-0 Betis. I'm like, all right, eesh, all right. We didn't really do much at all the first half, to be honest. I got to give credit to Enzo Maresca. He saw what was going on and made deliberate changes to affect the game. First off, bringing on Reece James, captain, right after halftime, and swapping him for Gusto. Then at that point on, you could see we started getting a hold of the game in the second half. And then things really just took off. Santo came on for Neto because Neto really didn't have a good game. And then Buddy Shield came off and Levi Caldwell came on. And you could see kind of Chalobah felt a little more comfortable in the back with Caldwell next to him. And then after those two substitutions came on, I want to say literally probably 5 minutes in, 5 minutes after that, Cole Palmer. What a fantastic cross into the ball. into the box, and Enzo Fernandez with the header to tie it 1-1. And then not so quick after that, Cole makes another great cross into the box. 2-1. Jackson finishes it. The game literally flipped on its head at that point. We were in complete domination. I mean, Jackson should have had a second goal. The man's touch is terrible. But you know
It's
what?
awful.
We'll have a conversation about Jackson in the summertime, potentially, if not. But the third goal was Sancho. Jules Behold takes the ball in the middle, drives it down, lays off to Sancho. Sancho with the curler, which is what we've been asking him to do all season, because we know it's in his locker. You can put that ball in the side and every time you want, dog. It's a good finish for him. And then the end. My midfielder, Moises Caicedo, who will probably be player of the year for Chelsea. Put respect on Moises' name. Overall, game finishes 4-1. We're cruising. We, Chelsea Football Club, are now the first team
Oh
to
my
complete
God.
the set and win every potential UEFA competition possible. Respect us.
So you're
I'm
not going
done.
to talk about the deflection? Caicedo just
No,
scored a
It was a
banger.
slight deflection, but
he would never.
no,
Slight.
no,
Slight, slight,
I said slight. I said slight. It was a slight
Slight.
deflection.
slight.
Slight. I said slight. I'm not shying away from it. Shying away from it.
Slight is crazy, but that's fine. In your head, he
Yo,
scored a banger.
I,
Damn right it
you
was.
guys, the viewers know.
It was.
No. The thing is, the viewers know that picture that I put up to describe how tight those glasses are. You know what? When I do the editing later, I have to throw it in because that's it. Yo, those glasses are on so tight, bruh.
Light
Candy,
deflection is
Candy, I'm
crazy.
gonna have to stop communicating with people who have never even been to who have never won anything European. So
Ooh.
I can
Don't
talk to
take
That's
it
you.
there.
he couldn't. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait
Don't
to
take
stay.
it
He couldn't wait.
there.
He couldn't wait.
I'm gonna
He couldn't wait.
Don't take it there.
Everyone, he
Woo.
couldn't wait. I was just waiting for that. I was waiting for
Woo.
that.
Oh man.
Oh shoot!
But yeah, whatever. Congrats to Chelsea.
Yeah,
Um,
congrats.
you guys had to win, and you did. Started off rocky,
right.
but you guys got the job done.
It did start off rocky. I want to say something about Anthony
Okay.
though. For me, that game proved he can't play in the Premier League.
Mm.
He could play anywhere else in the world, just not in England.
Yeah.
He can't do it.
He can't do the physicality like that. But also, I have to give praise. I know they're saying he's old. Isco was on smoke. He was killing. So praise to you, Isco. You had a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isco, he showed his levels in that game. I was gutted for him that he didn't win because I know he's probably going to end up retiring soon. So it would have been nice to see him like get something, but hey, it
He's
is
got
what
through
it
the
is.
Champions League. He's fine.
Oh yeah, he won over Madrid. I forgot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you because I did see that this is just about finalized, Francis.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about the Liam Delap transfer?
Another young buck striker. To be honest, I can't even really give a good answer to that right now. I know they've been talking about Liam Delap coming in for at least a couple months now, and obviously, yeah, y'all know my stance about this like young situation we got going on. However, I did see that they're also thinking about sending Mark Gue on loan to Ipswich, so kind of almost like a little swap deal for them. But there have been reports that he is not the main striker. We're going for somebody else, and it's big, and there's only two people, and both of them are
You
named
guys are probably
Victor.
going to get Gyökeres.
One of them, they're both named Victor, and I don't mind either one. Obviously, I prefer my Nigerian brother, Victor Osimhen. But if we get Gyökeres, I'm cooling.
I think you might get him. To be honest,
Everyone
I
might
think
get
you
him
might.
at this point.
No, I really think it's between Chelsea and Man U
Mm-hmm.
because you guys only got Liam Delap for 30 mil. That's not a
His release
lot.
clause is
If you
nothing.
guys you guys spend
Yeah.
what's this spending at Kenny?
Is it a 300 million?
Chelsea?
Yeah. We talking.
No, billion. It's
Oh,
close
it's in
to a
the B.
billion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
stop
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's not
yeah.
It's
even
like
wow. 300 billion.
it's not. No, it's
No,
not
no, not
300 billion.
300. It's one. It's almost 1
1.6,
billion.
1.6 something
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
that.
saying. I'm like, I know what 300 billion is crazy.
No, 1.6
Yeah.
billion, something like that.
In what, 3 years?
Yeah. But
Wait,
hey, I was against it because I wasn't. My concern was always about the quality of the player. We were spending too much money on young people, but if the team is now gelling and developing now into the potential that these owners sought after, hey, we're fans. All we care about is winning. At least us Chelsea fans, all we care about is winning. That's it. So if the team can deliver, we will support no matter what.
Okay. I guess we will see how things turn out in due time. I guess we'll transition to the last segment of the show, which will be our predictions for tomorrow's Champions League final.
excuse me. I had a final to
Mhm.
discuss. That's so disrespectful.
Oh,
That's
You
that's so.
see?
Matter of fact, we can move
yeah.
on. I don't want to talk
No,
about it.
no. I'm so sorry. I genuinely forgot.
Yeah, it's been what, a
Kenneth,
couple weeks now.
yeah, Kenneth Chakut, the
It's only
floor
been
is
1 week.
yours.
Feels like
Shame
longer.
misbehavior.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this, so I'll make this very brief. Manchester United wet the bed against Tottenham in the Europa League final. It's as simple as that. We didn't come to play. Tottenham were more physical. They didn't play better in terms of, passing the ball around, like technical. There was nothing tactical. They did, in terms of tactics, that was one of the first times I've ever seen Ange Postecoglou actually set up his team where they're not playing at their defense isn't lined up at midfield. So kudos to them for making that slight adjustment. But the reason we lost the game was because they were more physical. I feel like every single 50-50 ball they won, and you could see that from the very first minute. That's why they won that game. We conceded a goal, a very silly goal to concede, but this is what's been happening all year. Too much time and space. I believe it was Sarr to cross the ball. Brennan Johnson gets a touch. Luke Shaw's not anticipating the cross. Gets us. That's a slight deflection, but we have Onana back there. If it's not right at him, he's not going to make a save. He does his thing where he touches the ball and pushes it into the goal. So typical of him. But I think the biggest takeaway here is just the fact that our players didn't show up. Bruno didn't show up. And this was one of the first times Emery did not set up the team correctly. I was very skeptical from jump about Mason Mount starting, about Luke Shaw starting. It didn't make sense to me at all. These are players. Yes, Mason Mount had a couple goals in our, last game against Athletic Club, but for him to start to me was kind of a reach because Garnacho has been playing well, especially in the Europa League. I thought he should have started and then bring Mason Mount on earlier to be that little energizer bunny he can run around. But yeah, Amarim, I don't think he set us up to start, and also his substitutions were ridiculously late. there was no reason why Garnacho only got, what was it, 19 minutes? What was he seeing the entire game that said Mason Mount or somebody else shouldn't have come off the field? So yeah, but it was on the players. They just didn't show up, and it was very disappointing to see that we let a Tottenham team who don't win anything and don't have two or three of their best players, because Son didn't even start. He came on late. To get that trophy was gut wrenching.
Tottenham has won a European trophy.
Hold on. Gut wrenching for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Do you
waiting for
know
you.
how pissed I was? My manager is a Tottenham fan, and he let me have it. He lives in England, and he let me have it.
Deserved.
I'm just disgusted. I don't really have much to say.
You should be.
I'm disgusted. I don't have much to say. I just can't believe you guys let them win like that. It just seems so easy.
Didn't show up.
Basking it, soaking it this summer. Next summer.
Me or EJ?
Oh, EJ. No, Man United will leave you guys. You guys are in a whole hellhole yourself.
Yo, hold on, Kenny. Do you see what I'd be saying about Enemy of Progress? I didn't lose this final. Why are you talking to me?
Because
he said
basking it, soaking it. There needs to be, maybe this is a preview for next year. This is the ultimatum year. Arteta needs to win something. No questions asked, but we'll save that for next year.
You're too eager for failure. Do you see it, bro? Do you see it? He'd be so eager. He'd be like,
I'm telling you, he's more passionate about our failures than he is about Chelsea's wins. It's crazy.
No, it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting.
You are.
Stop.
But it's all right. But he is right, though. We'll talk about it. Like I said, this year was even the year I said he has to win something, and I said that for this year when we did the season preview. So, but we'll save that for a wrap up. Thierry Henry already took the words out of my mouth. Actually, his latest.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah.
He sent it. What do you mean? He sent it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't even really disagree with a lot of it. Like, we needed to at least win something this year. I think of all the years, this is the one where I have slight grace towards, just because the injuries were so bad. But the year before, like, we should have at least been able to win a Carabao Cup, or like have a deep run in the FA Cup, or but I don't know. This year specifically, it's like every time things start to go good, somebody would get hurt, and it was just I don't know. This year was just it. This is the worst year injury wise I've seen from our club since probably like 2012, 2013, around that time, when everyone's hamstring or some like knee, everybody was just getting hurt. It was around the time that Ozil had got to the club. I think he was there for a year. Then the year after that, everybody just started getting hurt when we were actually in and around, like, challenging and stuff. But hey, it is what it is. But we'll keep it rolling. Preview of the Champions League final now. PSG versus Inter Milan tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time.
It's gonna be a good game,
boys. Who we got? Who we got? I'm gonna start with you, Kenny. Come on, lay it on me. Come on.
I'm going defense wins championships. I'm going Inter Milan. I think, and because of the fact they were in it last year or the year before?
2 years ago.
2 years ago,
Yeah.
Good City.
Yep. I think this is the year. They're hungry. They know what it feels like to be in it. And yeah, just that defensive acumen that they have is just going to take them over. And they're not one of those teams where they just play like when they get the ball, they're
They're
actually
gonna
fun
attack you.
to watch as well. Exactly.
Mhm.
Like their link up play with Thuram and Lautaro Martinez.
Mhm.
Lovely football. So I got Inter Milan tomorrow, but it's going to be a great game.
Yep. I hear you. It will be a great game for sure. Something is just telling me PSG's gonna find a way. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele. I think Dembele's had enough time now, especially if his hamstring is on go. Yeah, be careful. I mean, that midfield, PSG midfield is a problem.
They are.
So, and Donnarumma, come on now. I think PSG it's going to be close. I think this is going to go penalties. I'm not going to lie. I think they're going to find a way to get through. PSG is going to win it.
Okay. So, I'll be the tiebreaker. Both of these teams in the past 5 to 6 years have either come really close to winning it or have just missed out or whatever the case may be. Like think about 2020, I think PSG, they made it to the final.
Yeah,
They
lost to
lost
Bayern.
Bayern. Inter made it to the final a couple years ago, lost to City. PSG's made it to semifinals, lost to the team that ended up winning it. Like it's been like they've been so close. What I predict for tomorrow is it's gonna be 3-3. It's gonna go to extra time. Extra time's gonna end, and PSG's gonna win it on penalties because of Donnarumma. That's my prediction for tomorrow, and PSG will win their first Champions League title in their history.
Right after Mbappe leaves, that's gonna be a slap in the face to that boy. I'll tell you that.
So they're playing team ball.
Yeah, they're playing team ball now, so that's what does it. But that's my prediction for tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see how things go. But yeah,
Excited.
I guess this wraps up another episode and the first season of many of the Banter 3FC podcast. I think what we'll have to do next episode will be our final episode of the season. We'll give a rundown of our team of the season, player of the season, manager of the season, and I think we'll go through our transfer grades for the players that came into our clubs over the past year or two.
If they were in the league already, and then 2 years if they came from outside the Prem.
Yep. So we'll definitely preview that in the next episode. But it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you guys sticking along for all 38 games. And this would be episode 32 or 33? 33? 32? 33 episodes. Let me tell you something. The statistics say podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes.
We beat the statistics.
Exceeded. We went 3 times on them. So appreciate the love and support as always. We'll catch in with y'all next time. Don't forget to find us on everything at Banter3FC on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. Appreciate the love and support. See y'all next time.